Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99, the Happy Gamer, here in House Flipper. We're at the Uncle's Bunker. In the last episode we cleaned it all out and started painting, and now it's time to start decorating. I'd like to begin with the upstairs and start in the bathroom, because it's got this horrible green tile on the walls and I really don't like it. So let's make sure the door opens in the opposite direction. Now I've put down this nice sort of sepia pale beige tile on the floor, so we want something to go on the walls that's going to go with that, don't we? So I think we want tile, because it's a bathroom and tile is just so much better in a bathroom. And we want to use, I think if we use the 2 shades of cream it will just be too much cream. I think we want something, I'm not sure what to put on the walls actually. What shall we use? What haven't we tried before that could be quite nice? How about the pale? Would that be too, no, that's just going to be too much of the same sort of tone of colour, isn't it? And I don't want to use the tiny tiles because that's going to be too close to what's on the floor and it's going to look odd. What shall we use? I know it sounds very boring, but how about just white? We're going to put the... Actually, I'm not quite sure where we're going to put anything in this bathroom. How does white look? Is it too clinical and boring, or would that work well? What do you think? I think anything in the small patterns would just be too fussy. And anything in a similar tone to what's on the floor will just overwhelm, and everything will be so boringly the same all over, it just wouldn't work. So perhaps the white will be good. Though I think if I do white everywhere that might be too much again. How about we put white along here, like so. We're going to need more. To finish off the end there. So that's space for a shower over in this corner, isn't it? So I think the shower's supposed to fit here. So we have space for the toilet there, the sink there, and a shower here. Yeah. I think it would be very difficult to find anywhere that we could paint on these walls because of where the fittings are, but we might be able, well, I don't know. Yeah, we might be able to think of something. So if we put the white on the 2 side walls and behind where the toilet's going to be, like that, and then we want a couple of rows where the shower's going to be. How big is the shower actually? We might need to come all the way to the side of the window in order to cover where the shower's going to be, like so. What do you think? So that... Ooh, I think it just tried to save just as I tried to sell it, so it just didn't quite work well. And then if we use some paint for a slight... what colour? We'll go with our white and our cream. Would the peach be too bright? I like the peach. and then we fill in the little bit of the wall here. So we've got a little bit of colour. The idea is for me to add a little colour, but not for it to be bright or anything into the room. But to make sure we've got tiling everywhere, we're going to have water for splashing. And then we can use the peach on the wall where the door is, like so. What do you think? I'm not going to get rid of the paint can because we might want to extend where the paint goes, but I do want to make sure we've got splashbacks where all of the installations are for the bathroom area. So we want to make sure that we've got toilets and things in. So I'd like to start with a toilet in this corner, because that one obviously has to go right here. There's nothing else really. I suppose we could try and fit a shower in that corner, but I think because the door is a corner mounter, that might be very difficult to make it fit. Next we're going to want a sink. Now we've not got tons of space, so we could just use the wall mounted one, or maybe we can see if we can fit one of the new ones in. Will that fit? Actually, I think that will work. And if I can find the assembly point, that's going to work, I think. I think it's quite fun that they now have the water bubbling out as you're trying to do the fittings. But to be totally honest, if you were really fitting a sink, you would have turned the water off at the mains, so you wouldn't actually have the water coming out when you're trying to fit it. So it sounds like it could be quite realistic in the first instance, but when you think about it, you know that that really isn't the way that they would do it. There really wouldn't be water coming out because you would have made sure you've got all the water turned off. But that is actually quite a small sink, and that is rather nice for our little bathroom. That's really rather nice, isn't it? Right, shower. I think we still only have the one shower, so we don't have any choice about what sort of shower we're going to fit in. Actually, let's put a toilet roll holder. Let's put it close so that you can reach it. We don't want to be caught short without the toilet paper. That would not be fun. No, it wouldn't. Right, so the only shower we have is this one. So, will you fit nicely? Oh, it will. Beautiful. That's going to fit right next to the window, right in the corner. And I think we might have got the tile positioning just right, because we want to make sure that right behind the shower is fully covered in tiling so that you didn't get the splashes anywhere. I think we got that perfect. There we go. Black plate, pop on the taps. Where's the nuts to screw those in? There's one, there's the second one. Start with the panels, make sure everything's screwed in properly. Yep, that's one panel. Handles, more panels. Make sure everything's screwed in nicely so all the panels are fitted so that none of the water splashes out when you're having your shower. Check all the seals are in correctly. Top on. Hold the panels at the top. And we're nearly done. Base plate to make it all look nice, and there we are done. So I think we will move the paint out into the living room in case we wanted to go for somewhere else. So let's take a look. We've got our shower, beautiful. Right, we will want a blind on the window because you do not want those pesky neighbours peeping in while you're in the shower. Let's fit that one in, there and close. Beautiful. A mirror over the sink. What sort of mirror shall we have? Old fashioned. And what did we made the sink oak, didn't we? So that, you see, has a little light on the top. So let's try and make it centre. Oh, it doesn't quite centre. Look at that. So it's slightly to one side that way and slightly to one side the other way. Oh, that's a shame. So what should we do? Well, let's do it like that. Beautiful. And do you know what? I think we should have a little shelf in that corner where, so wall hanging. No, that's not going to work, is it? Shelf. How about shelf? Will that give me... See, there's this new... I wonder whether that will look quite nice. Let's have a look what that would look like if we put that up. What do you think? Like so. And can we grab some of the... We have some of those new little... There were a few new additions, weren't there? Little bottles and... toothbrush and bottles for things, weren't there somewhere? Where are they? Oh, look, towels. Can I put a... Oh, can I put this stack of... Can I put the towels on the shelf? Oh, it won't let me put the towels on the shelf. Oh, I can put them on the windowsill though. Oh, well, it's not quite what I had in mind, but at least they're in the bathroom. Towel. What colour shall we? Let's have... is red too red? Green. Grey. How about green? And how about we pop that there, like so. Pretty. And where are the bottles? I know there was... Ah, there we go. How about if we have one of these? What colour shall we have it? No, that's too dark. Can we put that? Can we put one of these on the... I would really want to put something on this shelf, but it won't let me, look. It doesn't want me to put anything on the little shelf. Oh, that's a shame. How about one of these bottles? Can I put one of these bottles on the shelf? No, it won't let me. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. Anyway, that will have to do then. So it's a very pretty little shelf, but it won't let me put much on it. And oh, this bathroom is so tiny. Look, I can't really show you. But there we go. That's what it looks like over in that direction. And we've added a few little things there, and the shower is there. Now, I don't think we've got a light. Do we have a light? No, we don't have lights. Let's put lights in. Lamps. Ceiling. For in the bathroom, I think we should have a couple of these little halogens. So we'll have one over here, and try and line them on one over here. And then we will want a switch. In fact, I think we'll take the modern light switch and we'll buy many and make sure we've got them all over the house in the right places. So I'm going to put the light switch here for the bathroom, and then in the living room we'll want one by the door and possibly by this door. And then inside the bedrooms we'll want the light switch just as you come in or go out, where it's accessible when the door is pushed inwards, so there, like so. And we have one of the old ones. I thought I'd sold all of those. There we go. I think that's going to work quite well. So let's double check that we don't need to fix... What do we need? Oh yes, we need some radiators. Let's do that. Radiators, installations. Let's get lots of pretty radiators. Let's make our house nice and warm everywhere. So let's pop one here. In fact, let's go round and do that in all the rooms upstairs. Quick exactly. Right, so that's the radiator for in here. There isn't really space for one in the bathroom. We do want one here in what is either a bedroom or a spare room, depending on what you think you're fitting your house out for. I actually think we'd be fitting it out to be a small family house, so we will have the main room as a kitchen living room, open plan, and then these two rooms will both be bedrooms, one for the parents' room and one for a child's room. That's kind of what I'm thinking of for the upstairs of this house. And then downstairs, of course, we've got the bunker, so the little house would be owned by a family of preppers, so that they've got their own personal bunker in case they ever needed it, right? So let's get lighting on the ceilings. Lamps, ceiling, what shall we use, guys? I use the same ones all the time, but then there isn't an awful lot of choices, so let's use these pretty coloured ones. So for the parents' bedroom, I think we'll have, how about we have the red one? And we have it right in the middle. And then for the child's room, we have the multicoloured one. Just so it's a bit of fun for the child's room. And we'll pop that up there. And then we want curtains. Oh, no, we want a lamp in the main room as well, don't we? What shall we have in there? Let's have the chandelier tulip one, shall we? Oh, we've already got the square ones. I did the light. See, why did I do the lighting in here and then I didn't do the lighting everywhere else? That kind of doesn't make sense, does it? Right. Windows, curtains and blinds. I would like, actually, how big are the clothes? How big is that? So that's a narrow, that's a narrow, that's a narrow. Windows, curtains, curtains please. I want narrow, short, and we've gone for fairly pale, so what shall we do for pale? Shall we go brown or shall we go, what we got? So we can have white, baby delicate, gold, grey, grill, blue, red, stripy brown, light lily. What shall we go for? I wonder what colour are the gold flowers? I don't think I've ever used the gold flowers. Not sure what that one looks like. I'm intrigued. Let's see what it actually looks like, because I've passed it up a few times. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, let's do that in the living room. It's different because we've never used it before. So let's fit these. So that's one. This is two. We've got 3 windows in this main room, and we need to do 2 bedrooms. That's one. And then one more over here. Final one for the living room. And then we'll be having something different, I think, in the bedrooms. There we go, that's the final one for the living room area. So if we back up, that actually does go quite well with the colouring that we've got, doesn't it? So that also kind of gives us a bit of a colour scheme for the living room. Right, so the child's room, we've decided this is a child's room. Now there's a for baby boy window, isn't there? Delicate flowers, gold flowers, grey flowers. How about we do for baby boy? Because I don't think I've used that before either. So here we go, we're using lots of things that I haven't used before, then we can find out what everything looks like and we can have a little bit of fun with it. Curtains. And they've got, oh look, they have got little baby stuff, so they've got little, there's a little bear face and there's a few little words. And a bee, and a moon, and a star, and a flower, and oh, that's quite good actually. That's quite good. If there's a baby boy one, why isn't there a baby girl one? Well, I know we've got some pink flowers, but there isn't a baby girl. There's a one specifically for a baby boy, so shouldn't there also be specifically one for a baby girl? To be fair, yeah. So there we go, look, that looks quite good. Right, so parents' bedroom. See, now that is so close to the wall, where the wall is right next to the window. That's not going to allow me to put a curtain up, is it? I was thinking we use the delicate flower, but that's not going to let me put that up there, is it? No, it's not. So that end one, I'm going to have to put a blind in it, even though it's not going to match the rest of them, because it just won't let me put anything else up. Another one over here, matching. That fits quite nicely. There we go. Oh, one more. So the bedrooms are quite big in this house. Very spacious for your sleeping accommodation, not so much for the main house. But then you've got that great big bunker underneath, so you've got your own special space out of the way, see? And we want a blind for the final window because we can't put anything else in there. And there we go. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. From Soft Kitty 99, goodbye and happy gaming!